Welcome back to another Sunday walk video. It's been a couple of weeks since I went for a walk, and today I'm here, of course, to talk about September, jobs, rate cuts, Bitcoin and crypto, all that good stuff. So last week was the first week, obviously, of September, and we had some up and downs, but overall we are still up. A lot of people were very afraid about September and how it could bring a lot of red, bring a crash, volatility, all that stuff. Even though we had some up and downs last week, I checked, Bitcoin is still up about 3% in September. So that's good. And most of the alts are still holding quite well, like ETH and Sol. So overall, so good. Okay, now last week we did have a little bit of volatility because some of the macro stuff that came out, but the most important thing was that jobs number, and it showed that basically jobs coming in way under than expectations, unemployment ticked up, and none of these things are good things, right? But it helped us in a big way when it comes to rate cuts, because after the latest number, we had one earlier in the week and then we had one on Friday, but after the latest number on Friday, percentages for the rate cuts skyrocketed. So the one that's coming in a couple weeks, it's like 79% for a 25 basis point cut, and like 11%, it was 11% for a 50 basis point cut, and then 89% for a 25 basis point cut. So after the latest numbers, now we have a chance at a 50 basis point cut. And even if we don't, October's cut percentage jumped up to like 74%, and December's jumped up to 60-70%. So it's almost guaranteed that we will have 3 rate cuts, right? So overall, that's good. Obviously, the economy is not doing good, but when it comes to rate cuts, good. So we got to wait a couple weeks for that. Now, related to this is this week. This week, there's always economic data coming out every week, but the most important one will be on Thursday, because we will get another CPI inflation report, and this is like the last major thing before we get that FOMC meeting. If the inflation report comes out showing that inflation is not ticking up, okay, or it's going to show it's ticking up, I should say it's not above expectations, then we're golden. Okay, it'll be even better if it shows that inflation somehow ticks down. I don't see a way for that to be possible, but let's say the numbers get fudged, numbers get screwy, and it shows CPI actually going down, inflation going down last month, then man, we will get that 50 basis point cut this month. And that would be absolutely fantastic, obviously, right? So we'll have to see. Most likely it's going to come in line with the expectation, which is showing inflation is ticking upwards, but we already knew that. But yeah, that's the major thing. Like on Wednesday, I think the ECB is going to have their cut, and it's anticipated they're going to stay. They've been cutting. Keep in mind, the ECB has been cutting way faster than the Fed. So it's anticipated they're not going to cut anymore. I think China's numbers come out Tuesday. Overall, a lot of decisions this week. Let's put it that way. So outside of macro stuff, like I've been saying, Bitcoin is holding strong, right? Bitcoin is still around where we are, 111, 112, which is kind of like a support level at this point. A lot of TA guys saying this is the level we need to hold. If we can't, then we may fall back down to what, 109, 108, and below that it'll be like 100, 101, something like that. But overall, we've been holding strong here. ETH is hovering right around 43, 4,400. SOL is still hovering around 200. These are like major support levels. So overall, they're holding. We're not recovering, I know that, so hasn't been very exciting. But the volatility has died down, and we're just in this holding pattern right now. So I think this week could be good because it's the final week before the FOMC meeting, which we know we will get a rate cut. It's just a matter of 25 basis point or 50 basis point. And that's really it. So far, I gotta say it's been a win week, win month, right? Because I remember last year, September started out pretty poorly. And then we recovered towards the end, and then we made a green month. So far, we're about even, but still in green. So that's better. It's better than anticipated. Stocks, though, U.S. stocks have not been doing that well. Like tech stocks have been selling off. And some of that is related to a lot of the tariff stuff that's going on, right? Like Nvidia dropped a couple times after their earnings because people were afraid of the tariffs and the whole thing with China. And several other big major tech companies either fell or got weaker because of the trade stuff and tariff stuff. I'm not so sure if it's all related to just September being weak. It could be, some of it could be, but not all of it. Not all of it. So I guess we'll have to see. Right, so what should you do right now? Some of you guys may be wondering, is this the time to be loading up? Or should you wait a little bit to see how things go? Like, what's the solution? Right now, I don't see any real dangers. Okay. You know, coming into September, I was thinking about this too. Like, hey, if it's always a red month, you know, this is a good time to sell off a little bit. Take a little profits and wait and see. And then I ended up not really making any moves. And so far, that's been the correct decision. Because, you know, anticipation of something bad is worse than that bad itself usually. So a lot of people make a lot of irrational moves anticipating that something bad is going to happen. And in most cases, nothing bad happens. And those drastic moves actually cost you more. So yeah, I mean, so to answer my own questions, number one, should you be DCA and loading up right now? Or should you be like waiting? I mean, it's not bad. I just don't see anything really bad happening. We know rate cuts are coming, right? It's just a matter of how many. Has the markets priced that in? Quite possibly, but I don't think so. Because we only got the jobs numbers last week. So I think there's a lot of digestion still by Wall Street. And the CPI number can also affect things. So is everything priced in yet? I don't think so. And keep in mind, this month could be different because of the rate cut. Previous times we didn't have that. We went through 4 years of rate hikes, remember, not cuts. So all those years since 2020 to 2021, 2022, 2023, and some parts of 2024, we were still on the up, not down. So a lot of the data could be skewed because of that. So is it a good time to pick up? I don't see why not. I think we're entering the last few months of this year. October historically has been fantastic. That's why it's labeled October. November is even better. And some Decembers are great too, because of Santa Rally. So, it's a good time to load up? Sure. Yes. Never all in. It's always moderate DCA, right? That's how to do it. A lot of people always want to like jump in right away and then end up not having any money on the side when there's a dip or a fall or something like that. Hey, look at this. Look at this guy. Hi. I've never seen it this close before. Please don't attack me. Let's go take a picture. I think that deer was more afraid of me than I was of it. But you know, who knows? Wild animals, maybe they'll just like come and attack me. Yeah, I don't know if deer attacks people. Maybe they do. I don't know. If it was a male deer, maybe. I really don't know anything about deer or deer attacks. Lost my concentration of thought. Yeah, so going back, October, November, December, usually really good. So it's a good time to load up. Yeah, just don't go all in. Make sure you keep some money on the side. Always have some money on the side so you can dollar cost average and buy those dips if they come, right? Is it wait and see moment? I don't know. I think this week will be a telling story because it's right before the FOMC meeting. So I don't really know if it's that beneficial to wait another week and see. It could be, or this week could be a big rally week. I just don't know. Really don't know. So I say moderation, continue to hodl, don't make any drastic moves, DCA, and then just let things come. Like, we're really close. We're really close to the end, guys. If the cycle is really going to come to a top in December, and maybe altcoin season goes a little bit further, because I think we're closer to the 2017 cycle than the 2021 cycle. If that really happens, you don't want to miss out. Now, all the gains from usually a cycle comes in at the very last few weeks. Tom Lee has said that. Others have said that. I don't know about just the last few weeks, maybe the last few months. So all the volatility, all the up and downs, all the pain and sweat equity that you put into things, you get rewarded at the final, at the last leg, so to speak. So, and we're like right there. We're right there. It's hard to believe we're in September already. You know, it's actually quite chilly out. I've been complaining about bugs and stuff. Like right now, there's no bugs because it's like 60 degrees. It's getting cold. The sun is going down. It's like time is flying. Yeah, so stay strong, my friends. Things are going to get better. Really, 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 really good. And I'm looking forward to it. And many lives will change. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I'm going to finish this walk, guys. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. And in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your day. That's it. All right, bye.